Welcome to the Vybe podcast. Our mission is to provide the platform where unique voices can be heard.
We aim to build a community of support through music and other art forms.
If you enjoy the content we make, be sure to hit the follow button.
By supporting, you're helping us bring better content to you.
Much love.
I'm glad that I came to a country where that's acknowledged too at the same time, because there's so many things that you don't.
Hey,
What's up?
come join the podcast.
Yeah, special guest.
Come join. We want the whole family.
Yeah.
It's Family Feud now.
We're keeping that in. We're keeping that in.
Are you wearing Naruto socks?
Yeah, and my Naruto shirt.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't even notice that those were.
Oh yeah.
Are you into any other anime?
Not really that much. There's the.
Because I could talk for days about anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into more.
Fucking loser. I'm just playing.
No. Oh.
You got me. Just kidding.
There's-
Spit out his water.
My older cousin is really into it. She's trying to get me to watch this one.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, that one. She said
It's a
you
great.
will like it.
It's really
You
good.
like Naruto, you like
It's
it. I'm
really
like,
good.
I'll get to it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watch anime, but I've never finished an anime. I've never finished a full.
Yeah, that's
I've never
because-
finished Naruto. I've never finished Boruto. Never
That's
finished One
they're
Punch
too
Man.
damn long.
Bro,
Yeah,
which-
there's so many filler episodes that make you think I need a break from this.
Dude,
That, for me,
Oh,
that's
shit.
least.
Yeah, bro.
I only watch anime because in the past 10 years, Hollywood and television, as you guys know, has completely crapped the bed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far to say last 10 years. I'd say maybe the last 6 years.
I'd say the last 10 to 15.
That's crazy. I only say that because I love Marvels. I love Marvels. I love DC. And up until the COVID pandemic, they were doing great work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
think
After
the-
COVID, it's
I think the last good movie was Shrek or something. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
No.
You ever-
There's been good movies.
Did either of you ever watch Oppenheimer?
No,
I
did
didn't
not.
watch it.
No? Okay.
The problem with me is when consuming media, when it's over publicized,
Yeah.
it makes me sick.
Yeah.
And if I could just go and organically experience the movie instead of feeling like I have to because Barbie versus Oppenheimer. Every time you open your phone, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God.
Okay, I saw Barbie. I didn't see Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Right, and I agree with you. For that same reason, is why I haven't watched the Super Bowl, or I haven't watched the halftime show either, because everyone was just posting about it. Everyone had opinions. Everyone had comments.
And,
You know what I mean?
it's too much.
And
And you feel like you already experienced it.
Yeah, I was like-
why do I need to watch it?
I
Because
can't,
I know everything about the.
I can't even formulate my
Yeah.
own thoughts now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not-
I'm watching this, and all I'm thinking about is what I read. You know what I mean? All I think about is what someone said. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, not to be a
annoying.
hipster, it just makes me nauseous. Anyway,
That makes sense, man.
what were we talking about?
Yeah. Let's.
We took
Yeah.
a
So we're,
little casual intermission.
yeah, we're talking about coming to Canada, experiencing culture shock. Learning a new language. Are there any other differences you saw between Dominican culture and Canadian culture?
I would say the main one, which I'm so glad that I'm here for that, is the fact that you're able to, at least in Winnipeg, I don't know other provinces, that you're able to be more yourself and not try to not be forced to have to be like someone else. I'm sure it probably happens in Toronto a lot. Or,
Yeah. Toronto, BC,
yeah.
Quebec.
Yeah. You have to be a certain way. You have
Yeah.
to act a certain way,
Yeah.
or else you just don't fit in.
Yes.
In here, you have more freedom to in that sense. But
Okay.
it's because where I'm from,
Yeah.
everybody acts like they dress the same. They have a certain way of talking. They have a certain way of there's no difference between the way you think, your perception of reality, and the way I think. It's so boring.
There's a huge group
one,
think.
Yeah, it's so one sided,
Yeah.
single minded
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
culture. Whereas here, I don't see that much. Maybe it's because there's a lot of immigrants here, and not a lot of people compared to the provinces.
I have a question for you. So in Nigerian culture, we have this thing where it's for example, Nigerians, we like to compete a lot. You know what I mean? We're very competitive people. We compete with outsiders and we compete with ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's for example, going to church. every Sunday you're trying to put on your Sunday's best. Every Sunday you're trying to dress to
Yes,
impress.
there's
Every
definitely
Sunday
that.
you're trying to, look better than the other person. You know what I mean? Like even immigrants who come here, Nigerian immigrants who come here, you know what I mean? They're trying to say, oh, who has the best house? Who has the bigger house? Who has the most car? Like, you know what I mean? Constantly competing, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
is that something
Yes,
that happens?
that's definitely a thing, man.
Yeah.
That's definitely a big thing out
That's
there.
crazy.
The reason why I say that is because if I wouldn't have moved out of Dominican, I don't think I would have done music. I feel like I would have fallen under that like peer pressure of like don't do what you're really passionate about, do what society
Wants you to
like
do.
expects you
Wants
to
you
do.
to do. I felt that pressure too, believe it or not. Yeah.
Why did you feel that pressure? Was that cultural? Was that family?
I
Was
felt that
personal?
pressure from I don't want to be I want to be non-specific here, but I felt that pressure from certain extended members of my family.
He's throwing shots.
Yeah, like you know how like maybe half your family is like really casual and chill and cool, and maybe the other half is like, you have to get a degree, you have to do it this way, you have to
Right,
start
right.
a family. That's the kind of pressure that I can relate to. You know what I mean?
I feel yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I was blessed. Both of my parents like they kind of got out of that mindset. I think moving here helped them a lot too. Like my dad's like almost 60 and he's just starting his like a new journey where like he wants to become like a independent business owner, tuning pianos and like moving pianos and
Yeah.
like fixing pianos.
Yeah.
And he's doing that at such a like you could say like old age for you to start from zero.
Yeah.
And my mom she just became a fitness instructor and she's like in her early 50s.
Yeah.
So when you have parents like that, like and that's like your like what you grew up in,
Yeah.
it makes you feel like everything is possible in a way, like if they're doing that
Man,
at
that's
their
beautiful,
age,
man.
then
Yeah.
I could do anything at my age. If I want to be an astronaut, then I'll do whatever it takes to become an astronaut. you know?
Yeah, man, that's really beautiful because, like, I think that's one credit I could give to the Western world in the sense that, they, a second career isn't something that's shamed or looked down upon. I mean, when, like, there are a lot of people who go through midlife crisis or just like whatever, and they start a new career. You know what I mean? They make that switch, whatever. It's encouraged. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, in your country, in my country, it'll be frowned upon, it'll be looked down upon,
Yes.
it'll be,
Judge,
yes,
make fun of.
yes,
like,
yes,
whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's, yeah. There's definitely a lot of greatness, a lot of good that comes from being in a place like Winnipeg, Canada, but also a lot of struggles as well. With that said, I do want to pivot a bit once again. So I know growing up, you grew up playing soccer, football. Did that continue when you came to Canada?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So for me, music was what helped me make my first friends, and I made my first friends through playing jazz band. You know what I mean? Like it helped me like kind of like fit in and like assimilate. In a sense, I don't really like to use the word integrate. I should say integrate. It helped me integrate better. But would you say soccer kind of did that for you, or
for
was
sure.
that something else?
No, it was definitely soccer because I started with a soccer academy before I enrolled myself in high school here, like during the summer.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know the team name is Bonnie Vital,
Of course.
and like that's where I made my first friends.
Nice.
So like they took me in even because I didn't speak English properly. So
Right.
there was actually a kid. He was from Haiti.
Okay.
He was adopted and came here, and then there was another guy. I believe he's Nigerian, Israel, and they both kind of like took me in, and it made me feel like in a way at home because like just that soccer community and like we could just relate.
Yeah.
They would invite me to play like not just some practices, but like if they wanted to go shoot around on a Sunday,
Right.
like I would go with them, and
Right.
it made me feel like I wasn't alone. So
Yeah.
definitely
That's
soccer
beautiful.
play a part.
That's heartwarming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Same in high school too. Like, it was hard to make friends. Like that first year especially. I only had one friend was Josue because he spoke Spanish. He was the only other Spanish speaking guy.
Yeah.
But after I started soccer with FRC, then like things started to change for sure. I started to feel like, I want to go to school today.
Man, that's very interesting because we went to high school together, right?
Yeah.
For those who we went to high school together, and it's very interesting because for you're having this experience from the outside looking in, right? For us, for me from the outside looking in, it looked like, man, this kid who came from a Spanish-speaking country. So he speaks Spanish. You know, all of the ladies were like, "Oh my God, Yeri!"
I had no idea,
Like,
bro.
right,
I was so
right.
oblivious.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, he's going.
That's how it always is.
Yeah,
Bro, he's
the new
having
guy,
an
you know?
anxiety.
As soon as you realize they like you, then they stop liking you.
Yeah, bro, he's having anxiety attacks, right? Right, whereas like everyone thinks he's this cool kid. You know what I mean? There's this huge disconnect. There's this
physical
huge disconnect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's
Yeah,
like for you to
it's
say you didn't
hard,
have
man.
any friends, I'm like, bro, but
It's
all the
hard.
girls wanted you. Like,
You
what do you
remember,
mean?
like I was
Like, what do you
mean
mean?
face?
Like-
Like I was walking around like with this mean face.
Yes,
Yeah.
It was like a.
I remember that you always walked around like a mug face, bro.
Yeah, it was like.
What
a,
you mean mugging?
like a
Defense mechanism?
Defense mechanism for sure. Like I didn't want to be like, approached by nobody because I didn't know how it was gonna go. So
Yes.
I don't
yeah.
think there's anything in this world that fascinates me more than perspective.
Facts.
When you just think of perspective as an all-encompassing word and everything that it means,
Yeah.
it's actually insane.
It's crazy.
How differently people believe what you than what you think they believe, and like how you think people perceive you and how
Like-
you perceive others. It's
We could be looking at the same
It's
thing
crazy.
and all perceive it differently.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
be looking at so, like if we're looking at that tree right there.
Yeah.
Right.
I could be looking at the purple leaves. You could be looking at how far away the cherry is from the tree. you
Yeah.
know?
yeah.
And I could be looking at the horizon. You know what I mean? Right? Just
Yeah.
looking at the clouds and the
Yeah.
hills, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that's beautiful too, man.
Mhm.
Like,
It is beautiful, but then it creates a lot of conflict.
It
Yeah,
does.
it ties back into the idea of controversy and how in some societies everyone just goes with the flow, like you were saying, and then you move and suddenly everyone has different opinions and beliefs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the world to have that controversy and differences.
Yeah.
I just think what's not good is the way that people handle it and react to it.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll never live in a perfect world. The
No.
best we can do is try to be better and try to influence the people around us to be better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the mistake is when people think that their perception is right and the other perception is wrong. Like I don't think there's such a thing as right or wrong anyway. Like what is right and what is wrong. Like
Yeah.
it's so I think that's the main thing right there.
Yeah.
Like I have my own perception of things. Like well, for example, the vaccine. I didn't get vaccinated, but you will never see me talking crap about people who got vaccinated.
Of
My
course.
girlfriend is vaccinated, and like that's not even a topic we talk
Yeah.
about. Like
Yeah.
you had to do what you had to do. I had to do what I felt like I had to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's-
Disagreement has nothing to do
Yeah.
with respect.
But see,
Exactly.
it's beautiful that you're able to do that, make that separation. A lot of people can't.
No,
you know what I
man.
mean?
They can.
A lot of people
If
like,
you disagree with them, they hate
bro,
you.
a lot of people
They
like
disrespect
internalize
you.
their opinions. Like their opinions make up the entirety of their
Yes,
being. You know what I
that
mean? A lot
is
of
the
people
main
like,
issue.
if you disagree with my opinion, you're disagreeing with me. It's like that's not how life works, bro. I'm sorry. You know, like,
I feel very blessed that it's always been very easy for me to get along with people. I get along with pretty much everyone, but it's like when you disagree with someone, suddenly they just start treating you different. It's like
yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, thank you for showing your true colors.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
don't want to be associated with people that are going to be prejudiced or, you know, change their mind about you because you believe a certain thing, regardless of your character. Because what matters is what's in your heart, your character,
Yeah.
who you are. It doesn't matter what your political belief is. It doesn't matter what.
that's what should matter.
Yeah.
It's not the
Well,
world
no,
we live in.
it is what matters, and the people that don't see that are part of the problem, is what I believe. Sorry to say that, but I don't think that it should be.
Strong
I think
statements.
that it is,
Yeah.
and I think that the people that don't believe that it is
Well,
should get therapy.
See, I'm just
No,
playing.
kidding.
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here and
Yeah.
say that's your opinion.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
it is. And that's okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Now
no.
I hate you. Now I hate you. Now I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
we got beef now.
now
bro.
I'm gonna treat you different.
The camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how many minutes we're in.
Yeah, we definitely gotta check in.
Then we look good.
Oh, we've been over an hour already. Wow,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, we could go another 15.
Okay.
I'm down.
We could
Okay.
go another
This is
15,
good. I
20.
feel like I've been here for 15.
I
Yeah.
know, man. That's how it goes every episode. It's
Okay.
crazy. It's
I have a few more questions.
All right.
We're gonna try and do them quickly, as possible. But
Yeah.
first off, I want just two things I want to talk about. I want to talk about music and I want to talk about jiu-jitsu. You know, but first music. You know, would you say music was your first love or was that soccer?
It was definitely soccer.
Football.
Football.
I
I
love
love this game.
football.
Yeah. It was definitely football, man.
Ball of foot.
Yeah.
We are not talking about American football, yo. Not that nonsense you
No,
throw.
no,
You know?
Yeah.
That nonsense that you guys call soccer is actually football.
Yes, sir.
And that's
Yeah.
Because
my
you-
perception.
Because you kick a ball with your foot.
Yes.
You don't throw it with your hand.
Yes.
So American football should be called handball.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I actually thought about that, but then we already.
But what do
have
you call handball?
Yeah, now you gotta call handball something else
Throw
Yeah.
ball.
because it's not as important.
We call
I'm
it
just
throw
kidding.
ball.
Yeah, throw ball.
Yeah, throw
Oh,
ball.
we call football throw ball. Exactly.
All right, okay. No, but all seriousness, so football was your first love. Will you say music was the second then?
Yeah, well, definitely because even though I played soccer like almost all my life since I was like 7, 8, I also was making like kind of music around the same age too. It just wasn't like as important as it is now. Like I started writing like poems for like the crosses I had back in like
Or
elementary
because spitting
school.
game?
Yeah, you know, because I was too afraid to like tell them like to their faces,
Right.
like myself, like, hey, I like you. So instead, I would like write them a little stupid poem, and then during lunchtime, I would be the last one to leave, and then I put the poem inside their backpack without like writing my name or
That is
anything.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, one of them actually found out, like, 'cause she knew my writing.
She went to do an investigation.
Oh,
Yeah, OG KOY is like, roses are red, violets are blue. I like you. I want to get to know you. Like it's
I
some
love
corny shit
that.
like that.
No, I actually love that. I
Yeah.
love that so much.
You gonna
Because-
teach your kids to do that?
Yeah, because I feel like there's ways to there's ways to court, and
Just waste the coin.
it's unconventional, right? Like Tinder, like yeah, sure, I'm gonna use it to get laid. No, I'm just kidding.
Like tonight he's swiping left and right,
But
bro.
like that's awesome because it's outside the box. I've actually done that before, and I've actually got responses from it. It was usually, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend, but at least I got a reply, right? And it was polite.
Like sending them a poem, like on Tinder.
Not a poem, but like no, just like a note and just leaving it in their mailbox or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Like something like
I
that.
see, I see.
It's cute.
It's
Yeah.
cute.
No, I can't say I've done that. Like
Oh,
I wrote
No,
a poem
it's
for a
cool.
girl once, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cute, you know. And then she bros on me, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that again. Like, I'm not-
I
I'm
never
not
thought
doing
of it
that
as cute because I was still like young. I thought about like, oh, like I'm shy.
Yeah.
But I
Of course.
want to make it known. How do I
Of
make
course.
it known without?
Man, that's so crazy. Because going back to perception, I would never perceive you as a shy guy, even like first meeting you in high school.
Really?
Yeah,
I definitely
never.
worked on that, man.
I think everyone's secretly shy, and people that are confident are just pretending not to be shy.
Fake it till you make it type shit. Fair enough.
Everybody's shy.
it's kind of like fuck it,
Yeah.
Like
Fuck it, I'm done.
I say f- it a lot, bro. Because
Yeah.
you have to say fuck it.
There's gonna be
You know what's funny?
There's gonna be a
Like-
lot of bleep swears in this one.
Man,
I'm just kidding.
actually, when I first thought of like starting a podcast, like that's what I wanted the title of the podcast to be. The name of the podcast to be.
that's
That's a good
that's
game.
good and that's catchy. Well, we could eventually do a spin-off series.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
could.
yeah,
I
Um,
agree.
where we can go completely unhinged.
Yeah, Andrew Tate, Dana White, like just
We'll bring them here, bro.
full send it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm playing. That was a joke.
Bring Donald Trump.
We're gonna have to bleep the word Trump.
Yeah, Trump is now a swear word. You gotta bleep it every time. Okay, Jiu-Jitsu. What inspired that?
Man, honestly, I think it was my journey of like wanting to be better and feel like that, find that fulfillment. So, first I want to start by saying that I because I quit weed, I was trying to look for something else to fulfill that time because the cravings were crazy. You know how I'm sure everybody when you take a tea break or
Yeah.
like when you try to force yourself to stop doing a habit that
Yeah.
you find that's becoming toxic. Like
Yeah.
to me, weed it became like a bit of a toxic, dependable like habit.
Yeah.
So one day I woke up and I'm like, you know what, I'm quitting, but I didn't realize how hard that would be. So my like subconscious or my higher self, like I just felt like I got a message like, you know what, enroll yourself in something that it will bring you out of your comfort zone like crazy, like something that you will actually feel like damn, like what the heck am I doing? And I started looking online, like maybe boxing, maybe this and that, and then I found jiu-jitsu. And I used to remember my dad when I was younger, like he used to have dreams of like enroll me in jiu-jitsu when I was younger, but we didn't have the funds, or because he wanted to enroll himself in martial arts when he was a kid, but his parents never approved of it from that. So he had that like frustration, like that broken dream.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna enroll myself with jiu-jitsu, and I think instead of making my parents like disappointed of myself for smoking weed, I'm gonna develop a habit that's probably gonna make them proud. So I was like, that was my logic behind it, and I fell in love with it. Like I didn't think so, but I did.
So how long have you been off the weed?
Since October, the end of October 22nd. That's when I stopped last year, and then literally like 2 weeks after that, I enrolled myself in jiu-jitsu.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I quit weed 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
but I smoked weed once with a friend since then, but I didn't relapse.
Yeah.
So it was awesome because I was able to partake a little bit and not feel like I have to like now smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
I hope I can do that at some point. Like, and I'm sure I'm at that point.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. But I feel like the way I see weed is the way I see like me drinking beer, because I drink beer, but I don't drink it like every day after work. Like a lot of my coworkers, for example, like it's like if I go to the studio on a Saturday night, I'll have a couple of beers. Like yesterday, I have about 12 beers.
I'll have a couple of beers. Yes, I had 12.
But like, it's not like, you know, it's not like it's like an everyday thing. I don't depend on that habit of drinking beer and stuff. Like right now, I'm not drinking beer. You know, it's like it's the weekend. You know, my body doesn't need it like that. I think of weed like in the future. Like maybe I'll go to the movie theater and I'll get a little high just so I can like live that experience, you know, like 3D, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, right now I just haven't had the urge or the curiosity to be like, oh, I wonder what it would be like again. It's been so long, like you know, like I've just been so focused on other things, like. But it's
like
great.
6 months now, man.
Yeah, 6 months, man. It's good.
Awesome,
shit, bro. You too, man.
That's
awesome. Okay, so when you quit weed, you also quit vaping, is that correct?
Yeah, I quit vaping before then because it was just like I generally felt like vaping was affecting my health like crazy. Like I also just realized that we did too. Like I feel like I'm much more like not smarter, but like more aware of like or more on point on things. Like it's not everything's not going as slow because I would smoke like 3 times a day every day. But with vaping, it was like I was running out of breath going up the stairs. Like let's say you're replacing a washing machine, and you have to go to the 4th floor because there's no elevators carrying that with someone else. And I would like before my body gets tired, I was already running out of breath. Like I wasn't even sweating anything. It's just like my lungs couldn't handle it.
I know.
Or like playing soccer for fun, like going like on a rec team, and I couldn't play for more than 5 minutes before I started coughing up, like I had cancer or something. So, and I'm a young guy, and then I started thinking like for like months I was like, man, I need to quit this. But then I'll hate it. I was like, man, I need to quit. I should quit. So one day I just said, I need to stop this. So I threw that thing away, and I just suck it up, man. I think quitting vaping was harder than quitting weed for me because it's just the habit of having something in your hand. And like whenever you don't know what to do with your hands or you don't know what to talk about and you don't have your phone with you.
It's almost like vaping. I find it's less of an addiction and more of like a habit. You know what I mean? Of like, you know what I mean? Just like going through the motions. You know what I mean? Like almost like fidgeting. You know what I mean? I
had to really think about it when I quit. I said, man, why vape? You know, like I started vaping because I used to like feeling that head rock every now and then. And it was never like a bad habit because I would pace myself, you know, like after a class I would just hit it and then I would feel the head rock and I'm like, it's kind of like smoking a cigarette after.
It's kind of like Adderall, bro.
More like Adderall, And then they did that whole thing where like 50 nic is not allowed anymore, and like, but I kept vaping and I wasn't even feeling the head rush anymore. Like the reason why I started vaping was not even aligned to like why I continue anymore. You know, it was just a habit, you know. And then I started to do it more often because I wanted to feel that, but I never felt it. It was like looking for a feeling that I will never find.
Man, you was chasing a high.
Yeah, I was chasing a high, and then I said, you know what? There's no point in this, so I just stopped.
That's crazy.
That's the next thing that I want to conquer, and it's the last it's the last substance vice, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely recommend
For
it,
me.
man. Like,
Because coffee, I was able to go a whole summer without. Weed is not a huge issue. Alcohol, I used to drink a lot. I'm a lot better now. I feel like nicotine is the only thing that I have left in terms of substances
Yeah.
to really.
Good
deal
for you,
with.
man.
And it sucks because
Yeah.
it's.
For me, it's just weed, man. Like I don't drink, I don't vape.
Yeah.
I don't,
yeah,
it's just weed.
I,
And it's like I don't know if that's something I've tried to quit. You know what I mean? Right? It's tough, but I don't know. I want to get there someday, though. I
Yeah,
wanna
as
get
long
there
as you
someday.
keep that in your mind,
Yeah.
you will. It's
Yeah.
just that you have to want it, and then things have to align.
Yeah.
It's like things have to align in your mind, in your life.
Yeah.
For this to happen.
Mm.
But you can't tell yourself that every day or you'll never do it. But there is a
Yeah.
truth to it.
Yeah, like I don't want to set it as a goal because, like we said,
Like-
goals are not the best function of living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I want to set it like I want that
Yeah.
lifestyle eventually where it's like I'm not dependent on this.
yeah.
You know?
It's possible, man. Like
Yeah.
it's just I think with quitting anything, I don't know about hardcore drugs, but like with quitting like vaping and weed, it's really just hard for the first 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's kind of like, oh, I'm fine. Like now I find vaping like kind of not disgusting, but it makes me nauseous just the thought of vaping.
Yeah.
Because like I remember all the stomach issues I had, like the appetite.
Yeah.
And all that. Like now I don't ever suffer from that, like stomach aches or
Yeah.
indigestion. Like,
Right.
like that used to happen so often, and I was okay with it. I can't believe I was okay with that.
That's crazy.
The first step is always the hardest. I
Yeah.
love cliches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Have you noticed any lessons that any lessons you've taken from jiu-jitsu, any lessons you've taken from your sobriety, any lessons you've taken from football, any lessons you've taken from music that you found could apply into the rest of your life? You know what I mean? Like, because you have all these different ventures you're in, and I'm wondering, do they interconnect? Do they cross path? You know what I mean? Do you find lessons that are similar, or experiences?
Definitely, man. I think with soccer and jiu-jitsu, something I learned is being like humble and in a way open-minded, because when you playing soccer, you could be playing against somebody who does not align in the same team of somebody who doesn't align with your personal values or political values, but
Right.
yeah, you guys are still part of the same team, and when you guys score a goal, you come and hug each other and be like,
Right.
yeah, let's go,
Yeah.
So that's something, and because you develop that team mentality or whatever, that
Yeah.
team bond,
Yeah.
you will most likely end up becoming friends. Like most of the time, like for the longest time, my closest friends were soccer players. So and we had like completely different views on many things, but because we had this thing in common,
Yeah.
then it just made everything like not matter as much, and like we actually sided each other for who we were and respected
Right.
each other for who we were. Same in jiu-jitsu. With jiu-jitsu, it's more like he made me realize that you really need to be humble in life, bro, because you have no idea who's out there that like can put you in your place pretty much. Like you could be going to that club and how sometimes you see that guy who gets a little tipsy and then they get rowdy and they get like, oh, I'm gonna like they wanna just beat someone up.
Yeah.
And they're the loudest in the room.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea why that guy over there who's just quiet and chilling, minding his
And
business.
half his size.
Yeah.
Could kill him.
Yeah,
you
one
have no idea
punch
what he's
knockout, man.
capable of,
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
With jiu-jitsu, I think one of the biggest things I hear is that size doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Obviously, with street fighting, it's completely different, man. Because like in jiu-jitsu, you're not allowed to like slam people or like punch, right? So like, size matters when it comes to like other aspects. Like if you're trying to like grab somebody like on a triangle or whatever, and he's like twice your size, he could just
pick
slam
you up.
So you have to like develop ways to like
get in the position.
Techniques,
and everything. But I have seen like even blue belts, so it's like just the second belt. They're not even like super. Well, you're very 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 good when you're a blue belt, because it takes like a year or two sometimes. But I've seen like small guys, like even smaller than me, take on like guys who are 6'2", 230 pounds
kinda
and just
terrifying,
manhandle them like they're just a toy.
That's crazy work, bro.
It's crazy to see, man. He definitely puts things into perspective, and it makes you realize like you need to be humble, because there's always somebody who's gonna be like tougher than you, and respect is gained by showing respect and like staying true to yourself, but also like just showing respect, not thinking that you have to like you're better than someone else, or like that you can dominate or whatever. Like I think respect is earned by truly like other people seeing you and like looking up to you, like, oh wow, like this is a good guy, like leaving that good impression, you know.
So you're saying like respect is earned by the value others see in you, type of thing.
Kinda, yeah. I think so, man. Like I think like when I walk into a room, I like making a good impression. Like, oh shit, that guy was chill, you know.
Yeah.
Damn,
like you walk with them all smiles, you know, you dab everyone up, like, hey, what's up, how you doing?
And like when we're talking, like I hear them, or if like I'm at the club, for example, I'm gonna make this example again. I bump into someone by mistake, and instead of like, oh, what's up, like, almost like, oh, I'm sorry, bro, like, yo, it's all good, and then you can literally see their expression just like calm down, because they just feed off your energy. Like you have this calm energy. It's like, oh shit, no worries, bro.
Like,
That's all
in
good.
conflict resolution, that's called deactivating or disarming. You know what I mean? You disarm them by hitting them with kindness. You disarm them by hitting them with a smile or whatever. You know what I mean?
And it works like 95% of the time it works, and it feels so good, man.
Man, it's so funny when you, bro, because bad dudes, man, like they just be barking at each other, bro. Like, bro, you sound like a dog, bro. Like, chill, bro.
Yeah, people that break up fights are sometimes the most deadly people in the room.
Yes.
Like they could destroy you, but they're breaking up a fight, because with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, this has been really dope. You didn't answer about music. Any lessons you've learned from music that you know you can apply to your life?
It goes back to how we were talking about me moving to Canada, and if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to make music because of the peer pressure.
Right.
Like, I think the lesson I've learned is to not care too much about what people think, because when you're an up and coming artist, I think there's a lot of that, like people not truly believing in you, because you're just not there yet. You just don't have that image. You just have that success. So when they don't see something, they don't see the vision. And I think what music has taught me is to look past that in anything in my life. Like right now, I want to have a future business on like appliance repair. And or like the thing that we're trying to work on, you know. And I want to look past those, like, oh, what will people say, like what are people thinking about, like or how are they gonna take this, like if you resonate with my content, if you like what I'm doing, then you're gonna stay. If you don't, then you don't, and I don't care. I'm gonna do what makes me happy, and music is what makes me happy, so like I'm just gonna keep on doing it, and
fuck
that's
it.
great. Fuck it. Music has made me like have developed that mindset in a stronger way, like you know.
Yeah,
that's real shit.
I love that.
I don't overthink when I post content. I don't overthink when I post a picture, when I drop a song. Like,
okay, man. Before we move into our last section, you know, I want to ask you some. I want to ask some rapid fire questions. Okay. You know,
this is gonna be our longest episode yet. No,
But before
I'm just messing with you.
I think we might actually have to do a 3-part for this one.
Could.
We might, you know, because I think we're at like an hour 30 now.
Damn.
But you know, before we get there, I just want to say, you know, do you have any things you want to talk about? Any upcoming music releases? Any initiatives, events, or just anything in general you want to talk about that we haven't covered?
I'm releasing a new song. It's called Sunrise and Sunsets.
Wow.
It's like a inspirational type of song, something that you want to play when you're working out, or you know, when you're trying to get that bump. It's really good.
It's good.
And from now on, like, this is gonna be my last release where it's gonna be like that, like older vibe,
like
OG KOY, like that style of music OG KOY has. Now I want to focus more on like the Latino essence that I have within me, because I was born with it, and like I want to start doing more tropical vibes, more like bossa nova mixed with like, you know, like beachy vibes, you know.
I know what you mean.
So I'm working a lot on that. I have like a couple of tracks ready. Just need to like make a plan, and I think that's gonna be my goal for now. So it's gonna be a major switch. Like people will not expect this, but I think they're gonna enjoy.
Man, that's sick.
The
I
change.
look forward to hearing that.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
So when could people expect sunrise and sunsets to be out?
The end of this month, April 30th. That's when Sunrise and Sunsets will come out, and hopefully I have some visuals for you guys too. But yeah,
I think this episode is gonna drop after April 30th.
Yeah.
But
So
you guys
so it's already out.
yeah,
Go check it out.
yeah, go check it out. Yeah,
I'm saying OG
Go
KOY
check
on all
out.
platforms.
OG KOY on all platforms,
Yeah.
Tidal, Amazon Music,
Yeah.
Spotify, whatever you use,
Yeah.
I will be there.
Dope, dope.
And so
dope.
is Sunrise and Sunsets.
Dope. Man, any other things you want to talk about?
No, man. Everybody has everybody have a blessed life, good day. And
Yeah. Okay, now before we do the closing statement, I want to do some rapid questions. You know what I mean? Just
shit,
ask me some
okay.
fun,
Damn.
some fun questions. So, okay. Yeah. You could ask them. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, giving me a chance to talk.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Okay, here we go. So what's your favorite Dominican dish?
Oof, it's gotta be. We call it la bandera, the flag. It's
The flag.
Yeah, because it represents the colors of our flag. It's rice, white rice,
Yeah.
with beans, usually like pinto
Brown
red beans.
beans?
It's like red
Pinto?
pinto
Okay.
beans.
Red? Okay.
Yeah, and then with a side of like salad or lettuce, and then the meat could be chicken or beef, usually made with like a sauce. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's your favorite dish? A rice and beans dish?
Yeah, you know,
was not
I always
expecting
be
that.
talking about rice and beans,
Yeah.
man. Like I eat that.
I know
every
you
day.
like it. I just didn't think it'd be your favorite.
Oh,
you know
that's
what I
my
mean?
favorite, man.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
a simple man.
What is your best or favorite football memory?
It's gotta be when I was just before I came to Canada. I played this cup when I was 14. It's called the Coca-Cola Cup.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, it's played in like a lot of Latin American countries and
Africa too, bro.
Africa too.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's like worldwide too, cause in Europe they have some.
And in Asia. Yeah.
Asia too,
Yeah.
It's but in I don't know how it's in Africa. In Latin America, it's more like high schools. I know in other countries it's like actually soccer academies that play it.
That's kind of how it is in Africa.
Yeah, see, in Dominican, I guess because we don't have that many like soccer academies like that, at least at the time. It's mostly like high schools.
Okay.
So it's like the biggest like cup. Like there's like hundreds of people that come watch it. So you get the experience of like what a professional soccer player would feel like. Cause
like playing in a full stadium type thing.
Yeah, full stadium. It's
Yeah.
televised on actual national TV.
Shite. Okay.
Yeah, so it was really cool. I felt like a superstar, man.
Yeah.
And like that was very good because I got man of the tournament.
Oh wow.
And I won. We won the finals.
Okay.
We got to go to Chile and watch the Copa America.
Oh, wow.
Watch Messi play.
Yeah.
Against Chile in the finals. And I also got to, because I got man of the tournament. I also won a trip to Germany for an intense soccer camp.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Did you go?
Yeah, it was
Oh, I
like
didn't know you've been to Germany. That's
yeah,
dope,
bro,
man.
Berlin. Yeah, it was for
They're
2
serious.
weeks. Yeah.
About football there.
Yeah, bro. That's when I realized I was not gonna make it as a professional. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There were kids that were younger than me, or like just a year older, that were already like so good, and I'm like, oh, like, this is not like a
career.
I didn't win.
Yeah.
I didn't win man of the tournament in that camp. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah.
I did great though. Don't get me wrong, but it put things into perspective, and it was an amazing camp. Like there was like two guys from the German team that were part of the training that trained us. I can't remember their names. It's like the center backs or whatever.
Right.
And it was really cool, man.
From the German national team.
Yeah, from the German
Oh
national
shit,
team
that's
that won the
dope,
World
bro.
Cup.
Yeah. The one that won the World Cup?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I
Yeah.
probably could think of some names.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
That's definitely a good answer because that sounds pretty awesome.
It was like when I look back into that experience, it was like a dream. You know?
Yeah.
Like it just
Just
it feels
surreal.
surreal. Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole tournament, those
Yeah.
whole months, like it was like wow, you go to school and it's like, man, you did amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like a superstar now.
yeah, bro, it was great.
That's
bro.
Speaking of dreams, I love this. What is your dream collab in music? Any artist, dead or alive?
Oof, good question. I think it's gotta be J. Cole.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Really,
Yeah.
I can't lie. I thought you were gonna say Bad Bunny or like
Mm.
Elado Carrion.
Elijah Cameron would be like second one. Yeah, but J. Cole, I feel like my goals and the way I wanna like portray my music and you know, I think it aligns more with what J. Cole does. You know, that whole Dreamville thing. Like it aligns a lot. I feel like if I had to sit down with J. Cole and for dinner, I think it would go great, man.
Yeah.
I think it would be a beautiful
Yo,
conversation.
Cole. Get your people to reach out.
I could be your first Latino artist if you haven't had one already.
We know
I
you're
don't think
seeing
you-
this.
I don't think yeah. Just get your people to call our people.
Yeah,
Don't pretend you don't watch our podcast.
Yeah, we're not calling you. You call us.
Yeah.
Like, I love his like humility towards his game. You know.
I love everything about J. Cole, bro. Like he started off just being a regular guy, bro. He started off like Drake, he started off like Drake, just rapping about like money, you know what I mean, and just doing that, and then he grew, he evolved, his music grew and evolved with him, you know what I mean, and then he taught himself how to like produce, you know what I mean, and now he produces his own shit. I mean, not just like musically, but like visuals. You know what I mean, he makes his own skits, his own documentaries. You know what I mean, he's talking about making a film in the future when he's done music. He has his own label. You know what I mean, like
he became a freaking professional basketball player. Like, he's doing like side missions. And
yes,
like,
bro.
He's the true definition of what I aspire to be. You know, in that sense, like whatever you put your mind to, just do it, man. Say f it and get it done.
Yeah, for me, J. Cole, it's a mixture of J. Cole and like it's gonna sound out loud, but it's a mixture of J. Cole, 50 Cent, and Kanye. I mean, I don't mean Kanye on any of the they've been doing the last 10 years. But
Cancel him,
bro.
Cancel him.
Kanye is a producer, a rapper, bro. He's a billionaire. He has his Yeezy's company. He has like his clothing company. Like he has so much. He does himself as an entrepreneur and a philanthropist. You know what I mean? That's what I admire about him. 50, what he's doing with film, and you know what I mean, he has his own like network station. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? He's close to $1 billion too. You know what I mean? Like, and I love artists who innovate and like who make side missions. You know what I mean? Like,
Diversify.
Yeah. I respect that shit a lot.
Yeah, they use I think you said this, like to use music as a universal key.
Yep,
You know?
it's a universal
to
key,
open
bro.
up more doors.
Yep.
I have that in my vision board too. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We kind of touched on this a little bit already, but what is the most valuable lesson you learned from jiu-jitsu? And I think you said it was the
Humility.
and the respect dynamic.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gotta be that, bro.
Okay.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to a young newcomer in Canada chasing their dreams?
I think we touched base on that earlier, but I think it's like don't worry too much about like society's expectations on how you should be or what you should do. Like just follow your whatever dream you have, follow it and find a way to make money with it. You know.
Yeah.
And just don't be afraid to take risks.
Yeah.
You know, because life is all about risk. That's it, man. Like, if you don't take risks, your life's gonna be way too boring, and you're gonna fall into this depressive mindset of like, or victim mindset of like, oh, this doesn't work because this and that, and it's like, no, man, just say fuck it, get it done.
Yeah.
Don't be a little bit.
Don't be a little bit.
And follow your dreams, man. If my dad's doing it at 60, I think anybody can do it, man. And we struggle financially too, man.
Yeah.
Like everybody's going through it after the whole like pandemic, especially trying to get back into their feet.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't stop you, and that shouldn't be an excuse to like not do what you want in life, man.
Yeah.
I like that because that's good advice for everyone.
Yeah. Don't let fear cripple you. Don't let expectations, society pressure. Don't let nothing cripple you, man. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta live your life for you.
Yeah. It's easier said than done, but you gotta get it done.
Yeah.
That's it,
Facts.
man.
Okay.
Man, this has been our longest episode so far.
Hey, new record. I like breaking records.
Yeah, but this has been a really impactful, meaningful conversation that we've been wanting to have with you. Thank you for taking the time to come.
Of course, bro. My pleasure is mine.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Vybe Network, the Vybe Network podcast.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And keep an eye out.
Your support helps us grow, bring you better content, bring you better products, and that's what we want to do for the community.
Yeah.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you want to see OG KOY on the podcast again, let us know. We're going to have him back either way, but you still got to let us know.
Yep. As always, peace, love, and vibes. In the vibes we trust.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode.
If you enjoyed this episode, show some love to our many platforms.
All the links attached below. We appreciate you all.
Peace and vibes.